I'll tell you something, guys. Life is tough, man. If you haven't figured that out by now, I mean, who knows? By the way, I apologize that one of my RGB tubes is crooked. I can't get the tripod to straighten out. I'm pissed about that. But what's up, guys? Welcome. Today we are tuned in live. I'm trying to do these weekly live streams on my YouTube channel. For those of you who are tuning in, thank you so much. Today's topic, well, it's just a Q&A session, man. I just want to see how you guys are doing, how you guys are coping with everything. How is life happening for you? Are you making money? How's your work-life balance going, man? I mean, this stuff is so important, and I hope you understand the value of these streams because I'm trying to connect with you guys. I want to share with you some of the struggles that I go through. Hopefully you can learn from these struggles. Hopefully you can be better at things at a younger age than me because I think that's really important. You can learn from my mistakes and so on and so forth. By the way, what is the quality of the live stream like? How's the audio? How's the video quality? Let me know in the chat. Usually it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for people to start clicking on the live stream and watching it. So until the 5 and 10 minute mark is up, let's just go ahead and really get to know each other. So I think most of you that tune in to these live streams have been watching my channel for a little bit. I think only subscribers get notified of what's going on here. Oh, I have like some weird things in the background here. Hang on. I have a monitor. Guys, I need to do like spring cleaning. I'm telling you. Sorry, this isn't that professional, guys. I apologize. But that should look a little bit cleaner. I don't like having things in the background all the time. So basically, guys, I want to create these streams so that way I can connect with you more, so that way we can have a one-on-one chat just to catch up and see what life is like being a solo entrepreneur or I remember there's like a word that mixes both of them together, but yeah, I want you guys to share your experiences with everyone that tunes into this live stream because I think it's really important to learn from one another. I think it's really important to just grow and just excel. And I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in on these live streams because I think we do get a lot of stuff done. We learn a lot about each other. And basically, I'm just here as a mediator. That's it. Carvin says, been working on perfecting a streamlined workflow so I can produce video projects more efficiently. So, Carvin, please explain what your workflow is like. I would really love to know. My workflow, basically, I got multiple SSD drives, for example. This is one of them from a company called Crucial SSD. This is an SSD. It's a 4 terabyte drive, and love it. I bring it with me on a lot of my shoots, and this allows me to instantly dump files. I stopped using actual hard drives because I've just had too many fail on me. Western Digital, Seagate, Toshiba drives. I mean, Toshiba drives are actually Seagate drives, but I just had so many issues with actual spinning disks. So I am going to just stick to solid state memory from now on. They're more expensive, but much more reliable, a lot quicker, more stable. So I definitely recommend picking up some Crucial SSDs. Let me know if you want a link. I'll be more than happy to share a link with you. I worked with that company personally, and they're awesome. I would love to see 20 terabyte SSDs like this. That would be insane, but also very expensive. It will outlive you, trust me. It will. Hard drives don't outlive anything. They last like 2 years and then they die. Workflow and redundancy for me, trying to get better at being efficient at both. Yes, redundancy is super important, guys. When I first started off in producing videos for clients and stuff like that, I never believed that a hard drive could fail on me until I actually had one fail on me. I also never thought that an SD card could fail on me. Those things fail as well. So you need to have a minimum 2 redundancies. And redundancy is basically backup. So when you dump files over to one source or to one drive, make sure you do the same thing to another drive. Drag and drop those SD card files to another drive. Don't drag and drop the files from already the copied source, because you never know, those files some of them might be corrupted. You don't know if it was a successful transfer or not until you actually start working with those files. So actually transfer a fresh new batch of files from that SD card to that other redundancy drive, and that's going to just make your workflow, it's going to give you peace of mind. Guys, there is nothing like peace of mind. All right? Peace of mind should be your goal for everything that you do. Everything that you do. If you don't have peace of mind in your personal life, peace of mind in your work life, it's just going to mess you up on just both spectrums, both universes in your life. So make sure you have that peace of mind, and copying to multiple drives is going to give you that peace of mind. All right. Carvin says, my workflows stick with pre-planned camera movement and angles, have video clip folders pre-organized the night before starting a project, have backups in case of emergencies, pre-plan everything. Yes, a schedule and a plan. This is what successful people do. Nothing should be a maybe to you. Nothing should be up in the air to you. You always must have a plan. Never work with a maybe person. Never work with a person who's up in the air. Do not affiliate yourself with maybe people. Maybe is the worst word in the dictionary. No maybes, no ifs, no buts. Okay? I've learned this the hard way, and I've just relearned that lesson within the last couple of months. Okay? Do not deal with anybody who tells you maybe. You X them out of your life. Business, personal, don't matter. Maybe does not live in your head. You must only deal with people that you're certain about. Okay? No games, guys. I've been played games in business so many times. So many times. I've been screwed over left and right. You have no idea. I've lost thousands and thousands of dollars. Luckily, I'm not naive anymore, and that don't happen anymore. All right. Byron says, agreed. I always shoot multicam. One is a backup. Both cams record to dual SD. Fantastic. You got not only redundancy on the cameras, but you got redundancy on the SD cards. I do the same for audio making. Sure, I got plenty of sources to work from. Great. Yes, audio. This is the reason why I never continued to shoot weddings, was because I was always paranoid about the audio. Always paranoid about the audio, because I'm mainly focused on my camera. All right, I can't keep my mind both on camera and both on audio and on audio. I think that's just a horrible, just paranoia just seeps in and it just stays there, and it's just really gets to me. And then no, you don't have any peace of mind at all. So during a wedding, this is why I gave up weddings. It's because I just don't like dealing with audio. I hate dealing with audio. Because for me, I feel like audio always has to be monitored. You never know if there's going to be some sort of popping, distortions, interference. You just don't know unless you listen to the audio all the way through. So it just made me extremely paranoid. And that leads me to my next topic. Never shoot a wedding by yourself or any other similar type of gig. Never shoot those types of events by yourself. You always need a team. You need an audio person. You need a second camera. So minimum 3 people to cover the event. I would never shoot these events by myself, because if something goes wrong, you have no backup. You have nothing. But you have a reliable team. You got backup on camera, backup on audio. You're squared. Very minimal chance of failure. Okay. Byron says, LOL, it's weddings that made me so paranoid about redundancy in the first place. Yes. 100%. 100%. You can't ask for a redo on a wedding. By the way, I have a really funny story. So a buddy of mine, he was shooting a wedding. He comes home. He didn't back up his SD cards. He didn't do a redundancy recording. He comes home, and SD card files are corrupted. He either accidentally formatted them or during the shoot, or just he tried to open the files, they were corrupted. He tried the file recovery, he tried this, he tried that, nothing worked. So he was like, oh shoot, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? A month goes by. The bride hits him up, says, hey man, don't bother sending us the wedding video. We got a divorce. That guy lucked out so hard. How lucky can you be, huh? That the files are gone, corrupted, formatted, or whatever, and then you have the bride calling you, telling you that they don't ever want to see that footage because they got a divorce. How lucky can you be, man? But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, guys, let me know how else you stay efficient in your workflow. What do you use? Do you use Adobe Premiere? Do you use Final Cut Pro? Do you use DaVinci Resolve? What do you use to make your creative juices flow? What do you use? I use Final Cut. I'm just easy guy, simple guy. And Final Cut is easy and simple. So it's a match made in heaven. Byron says, oh, by the way, I bought the Crane 2S. Love it so far. Yes, my Crane 2S is actually packed away somewhere. But yeah, I love the Crane 2S as well. By the way, guys, if I back up here, we got a bunch of new equipment that just rolled in. I'm literally running out of space. But one of the newest things that I received was actually from Nanlite. Big shout out to Nanlite, by the way. We're doing a big project together. They sent me, oh my lord. Can you guys hear me all right? They sent me, look at the size. This is my mic, by the way, so sorry if it's in the frame. They sent me a projector mount inside this steel case. A projector mount for their Forza 500 light. It is insane. Let's have a quick look, huh? This thing is super heavy. And, God, I don't even know if I can. Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. I've never seen something like, I've never owned something like this. I mean, I have a couple Fresnel lenses, and I actually have one projector lens from Godox, but nothing like this. Look at this beautiful thing here. This is a projector mount, so you can actually add gobos in here. And for those of you who don't know what gobos are, it's basically like shadows, like artistic shadows. They're basically circular discs with a pattern in it. You put that inside of the light and it projects it, and it looks like a shadow of that pattern. So one of the most popular gobos that people use are shadows or a pattern of blinds. So that early morning rise, you usually have those blinds, the shadows of the blinds on your face and stuff like that. That's what they call a gobo. So it's basically shadows. Really, really good stuff. And this is what's used to project those gobos. Isn't that insane? Like, I wish you guys could feel the quality. I mean, just look at the lens. Look at that lens, guys. Really impressive what Nanlite is doing. And they just released their new Forza 720, which is an 800 watt light. They are trying really hard to compete with Aperture, and I think they're doing their job, man. I think they're doing their job, and Godox too. I think Aperture might be, you know, they have their work cut out for them, you know. I mean, this case, I wish all lenses for cameras came in a case like this. Obviously a smaller case, but like a steel, like what the hell? Even the lights I have don't come in a case like this. But it's because this is all glass and, you know, they don't want anything to break in here. But this is absolutely phenomenal. This is like look at this. I look like a street performer. You know, usually they have steel cases like this, but that's insane, huh? But yeah, that's the new projector mount from Nanlite. Really love it. Huge shout out to Nanlite for hooking it up. Thank you guys. But yeah, that's something new that I'm gonna start working with, and I'll be able to show you guys what that's all about shortly in a future YouTube video. Carmen says he's working on Final Cut Pro. Hell yes. Byron is on DaVinci Resolve. Tommy is asking, is there a way to get paid in making short films? Yes, there is a way to get paid. And if you're not going to get paid, there's a way to get sponsored. And by sponsored, I mean companies will be able to lend you their gear or even give you your gear. There's always a way to get paid, guys. It's just the way you approach these companies. However, if this is your first film, it's going to be very difficult to convince a company to pay you. You're going to have some sort of track record for your films. It's going to be very rare that a company is just going to put all of their faith, time, and money into you without knowing what kind of work you do. So the best bet for you to get paid for these independent short films is to reach out to companies that produce film equipment. Yeah. If you don't want to reach out to brands or companies, then you have to go out to networking events and meet some sort of producers. Have them finance your film, and that's how you get paid. Obviously, there's a lot more to that, but the moral of the story is that, one, you have to have some sort of a track record. This is what increases your chances. And two, you got to know how to network. You got to know how to email. To email people and brands, it's very easy to find people's emails. You can email anybody you want. It's really not that hard to find a celebrity's email. Super easy. Super easy. So there shouldn't be any excuse as to why you can't find somebody who could be a potential partner for your independent film. You have all the resources in front of you. This day and age, there should be no excuses. All right. 2013, I used that approach. I found my first paid client. Well, not my first, but my first legitimate paid client. I shot a wedding before that. I remember the first wedding that I did, I charged like $250. I was a newbie. I didn't know what a contract would. I didn't know like what a contract would do for me, or you know, I didn't deal with any of that stuff. I met this girl at the gym, and she was getting married, and she was like, "Hey, do you do videos?" I was like, "Yeah." How much do you charge for a wedding? $250. You know, I had to give her an answer. I didn't know. I was still fresh into the industry. So I was like, "Oh, $250." She's like, "Okay, come by and shoot the wedding." So I shot it, and the overall footage came out okay. What I did like a highlight reel, like a 2.5, 3-minute video. Sent it to her. She was like, "Oh wow, this is great, but where's the rest of the wedding video?" And I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, where's the rest? Where are the toasts? Where are the, you know, the actual audio of the priest and all of that stuff?" And I was like, "Oh shoot, you wanted that too?" So I had a really embarrassing first wedding moment. How old was I? Was I like 21, 20? I don't even remember. But that was, you know, that was like my first humbling moment. Have a contract, have a plan, and don't give a price immediately. At least not when you don't. At least not when you know the venue and the whole situation and all that stuff. Get as much information as you can before you start pricing things out. So good question, Tommy. It's trash day today, guys. So and my windows are open. So I'm sorry if you hear like the beeping. Sorry about that. Byron, the perks of a live stream. Byron says, "Ooh, I just got the Nanlite FS 300, the Forza. Is that a Forza 300? I've been looking at the projectors. I need to stop buying stuff." Byron, this projector is pretty damn dope, man. It weighs. What's crazy about this projector is that it weighs more than the light, and it's actually bigger. So just like on the bigger lenses on cameras, you would just screw on the light via Bowens mount directly onto the projector, and then the projector is the yoke that you use to mount it on a light stand. So that's how big these projectors are. Everything is mounted via the projector mount, not the yoke on the light itself. How much would you typically charge for creative outside and inside music video? Again, man, that's too vague of a question. I would need details, man. I would need details. I need to know, first of all, what kind of music is it? I need to see how long the music is, or what the context of the music is, because basically the script is already written for you, but you need to read the lyrics, come up with some visualizations of where you see this is going to be shot, and that's how you start planning out the budget. You can't just come out with a random number without all of those details. So I can't really answer that question for you. Tommy says, also, how about an inside studio like music video with A7 III and lights? Kind of like One Direction music video, Little Things. I don't listen to One Direction. I don't know what Little Things is, unfortunately. Maybe I'll check it out later, though. Byron says, ideally for beginners and short films, I'd suggest making stuff like we do for spec ads so they can see the quality of the work. Yes. Short form content is very good to make. Typically, it doesn't take as much time, but it still takes a lot of effort. But it's a good way to showcase what you're all about. Carvin says, I have a good handful of loyal clients, but I'm having trouble getting new clients. What are some tips for networking and getting referrals? Good question, Carvin. Really appreciate that, man. So what are some good ways on how you could get new clients? Well, I think you also answered your question. You just got to network more. Google is also your best friend, guys. We're in the information day and age. When I first started out, I started out broke, zero money, still living at my parents' house. I was still in college and just trying to figure out my life. And then I realized, there's Google. You go on Google, you type in, I don't know, if you want to work for a company or if you want to work for a person, this is preference. I wanted to work for people. I didn't want to work for corporate businesses. I just think that's too complicated. I just want to work one-on-one with somebody. And I was really into fitness, and I still am. So I decided to look up fitness trainers in Los Angeles. Just typed it in, fitness trainers in Los Angeles on Google, or top fitness models in Los Angeles. That's what I typed in on Google. Immediately, I got a whole list of people's Instagram pages. So I started clicking around, looking at their content, looking at what they do, going to their contacts. Their link trees usually have their contact email either to them personally or to their management team. And that's all I did. I just clicked on an email and I introduced myself, who I am, where I live, and what I want and what I do. And usually it starts off as pro bono work or for free work, just so they can see how I work with them. And after you do a kick-ass job, they become addicted to you, and then they start paying you. So you kind of hook them in. That's your job. You're the marketer, you're the business owner, and you're the employee. You gotta hook them in the first time you work with them. But yes, Google is your best friend, guys. Google is just limitless. You can do so much with Google. Trust me. And local businesses, guys, Don't be afraid to approach local businesses, local barbershops, local pizza places, local bowling alleys, whatever. Approach them. There probably won't be as much money involved, but they're still approachable. I like to go where the money's at. So Google is your best friend. And maybe we'll do a live stream on how I typically write emails. I would love to show you a great way to captivate someone's attention, especially if they have a big following. We'll get there, guys. Let me know. If you are enjoying this live stream so far, let me know by dropping a super chat. These super chats help me out a bunch. And yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Actually, I'm going to start going live on Instagram. I want some of my Instagram audience to tune in and, be a part of this as well, because I think it's important that we target both. However, I give you guys the YouTube advantage. You get more than what my Instagram page does. Even though I have way more followers on Instagram than I do on YouTube, it doesn't matter. So we're going to go ahead and tune in. Sorry about this, guys. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just setting up the live stream. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is momentum_productions. You'll find me right there. And let's see if this messes up the buffering. And hopefully it doesn't. But yeah. You know what I'll do? I'm going to switch over to, hang on. It's reconnecting. What's up, IG? What up? We are doing a live stream on IG, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So if you're on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, Momentum Productions. And if you're on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, momentum_productions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post put up the phone like right here. Let me know if you guys can still hear me on Instagram. I'll be answering questions, looking at both my YouTube feed and my Instagram feed. We'll be answering questions on both sides. So what's up, guys? Tune in. There we go. That's better. All right. Fadi, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly, my friend. If I'm not, please forgive me. But Fadi says, do you advise videographers to make their own website using WordPress, for example, or is it worth to hire someone? What are things we should consider when making a website? Any recommended templates? So my website is currently broken and a complete wreck. I'm currently trying to fix it, but I used WordPress to develop my website. Should you hire someone to develop it for you? It depends what you want to do. Do you want to sell online products on your website as well, like LUTs and stuff like that? Or do you want just a simple website because places like, what's the name? What is the name of... I'm spacing, guys. I'm getting older. What's the name? There's websites out there, $30 a month, and they have a bunch of cool templates that you can use to build your website. Okay? I'm completely blanking on the name. Who knows? I just like... Woo! Just completely blank. But yeah, there is definitely a lot of sources for websites. WordPress, Squarespace. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts my brain. Squarespace. Thank you so much. Squarespace, yes. GoDaddy probably does it too. So my site is hosted via GoDaddy. But Squarespace, you pay like $30 a month. They have a bunch of templates for you. And yeah, that's how you can build a website. And usually Squarespace allows you to build a built-in or host a built-in marketplace on your website. So that's a good question, man. it all depends on what you want to do. I built my website using a template for WordPress, but eventually I'm going to switch over to Squarespace because Squarespace is much more reliable. You don't have any PHP errors or anything like that. I get those all the time on my website, and it's a pain in the ass. So go with Squarespace. Go with a company that literally handles all of these BS issues that you shouldn't waste your time on. I think that's a really good... I think that's really good and beneficial for you. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Got distracted with comments. Byron says, I use Squarespace, found it good so far. Pleased with how easy it's been. Good job, Byron. Byron, how much are you paying if you don't mind? How much are you paying for Squarespace? Please let me know. I'm glad I may have helped. Thank you, Iman. I appreciate you. HostGator. Oh, Roger's in the chat. Nice, man. HostGator is also Bluehost. Yeah. All right. I'm starting to remember some of these names now. Is the Sony a7 III still worth buying in 2022? It depends how much you're buying it for, man. How much is that camera worth now? If you find it for like $1,300, yeah. Yeah. I think so, man. Fadi, thank you so much for your super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. Again, guys, if you find this live stream helpful, a super chat goes right back into the channel. I reinvested back into the equipment and all that stuff. So thank you so much for your super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Tommy says, successful businessmen told me to never charge for free or to discount, but your first project with a new client because they will assume you are doing a job out of scarcity. Would you agree? No. Most of the clients that I got that are high profile clients, first job I did for free. You want to hook them. Like when you go to Costco and they do the free tests, like the free, what is it called? You know, they give you like finger foods for you to test out to see if you like them. They're free, right? But they taste really good. You want more. And they say, no, you can't have any more. You got to buy the full box. That's what you got to do. If you want to deal with high-profile clients, you got to hook them. Bait and switch, man. That's business 101. Bait and switch. That's what you got to do. That's what's worked for me. That's how I am. That's how I became who I am today. The bait and switch works, bro. Cheers and alohas, Josh. Thank you, brother. GSD Home Inspections. What's up, man? In India, it is $1,350. Yes, then the A7 III is worth it. A7 IV, I think, is $2,400. And obviously, though, if you have slightly more money to spend, you should go for the upgraded camera because it's going to last you longer in the long run. Think about the investment long term. You want to be able to squeeze every cent out, and you want to be able to be future-proof for a longer amount of time. The longer amount of time you're future-proof, the less money you spend. The less money you spend, the more you have in your bank. That's my core belief. Byron says, I've done the first job for free, but in the contract it lists exactly what it would cost, but they are receiving 100% discount, so at least they know the value of the work that's being done. Byron, very smart. Byron, very, very smart. Let the client know what it actually costs. I wouldn't recommend doing this to every single client. This is only high-profile clients in the beginning. Average Joes get the price. High-profile clients, actors, actresses, CEOs of big companies, you need to hook them. You need to make sure that you're their number one media person, not anybody else. And you hook them with that bait and switch. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see if we got any questions on IG. Nope, we just got people saying hi on IG. What's up, IG? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if the mic is covered. Yeah, guys, so listen, don't let your egos get in the way, man. Don't be scared to not charge. Don't be scared of that. You need to be able to bait and switch these people so that way you have you get some serious clients. Okay? It's worked for me. Vern Troyer, Randy Jackson, Paige Hathaway, Rebecca Black, Kai Green, fitness people, actors, actresses, Laura Clury, Jeanette McCurdy. I mean, bait and switch, bro. Moby, the producer, the music producer, Moby, I worked with him. Bait and switch, bro. Bait and switch. It works. I'm telling you. The hard work that you put into that bait and switch pays off. It pays off because then you get a long-term relationship with those people. At the end of the day, guys, your goal should be to start a retainer with these high-profile clients. A retainer is a monthly rate, $2,000, $3,000. So let's say you do a monthly retainer, $2,000 for one client. What happens if you get 5 clients like that? Then you're talking about 10 grand a month. $120,000 a year just from 5 people. What if it's 3,000 a month? You're making 15 grand a month, man. Retainer should be your goal. You get security, you get paid more, and you're building a long-term relationship with these clients. There's nothing better. I'm going to say this again. I said this earlier in the live stream. There's nothing better than peace of mind. And once you have financial security from these retainers, you get peace of mind. But just charging 2 grand per retainer, 5 clients, 10 grand a month. And with 10 grand a month, nothing's going to stop you. All right? You're going to be working a lot. But you're also going to be making a lot. At the end of the day, that's what we want, right? We want to be happy. Financial abundance. That makes us happy. All right, Tommy. Oh, sorry. Iman says... Oh, Byron, sorry. Byron says, another hook is strategy, provided content strategy that lasts a few months. They know you aren't one and done and want to be a part of the process. Good job, Byron. Byron dropping some gems right now. Good job, brother. Iman says, what are your thoughts on photographers printing and selling zines? Zines? I don't even know what that is, man. Tommy, if you're a photographer, what is the best website for doing work for free, but they can't download your pictures you took for them and can only preview the photo album? That's someone else. Someone else has to answer that. I'm not a photographer. I know it says that in the title, but I'm trying to bring more people in, photography, videography, creative space, right? I want people to tune in and watch, but Squarespace is probably your best bet. GSD Home Inspection says I use a Sony HXR NX80 and Alpha 6600, but all I'm doing is documenting conditions found on home inspections that end up becoming 30 to 60 minute videos for clients. Awesome, man. Oh, magazines. Guys, my brain is slow today, if you haven't noticed. Printing and selling zines. I get it, bro. All right, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I would say Squarespace, man. Allah says, not a question, but love your content. Thank you so much, Allah. See if we got any questions on IG really quick. Shabam I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, bro. I would like to ask about your tips and suggestions when filming a documentary or interviewing people apart from technical things. Okay? Suggestions when filming it. You got to be more specific. There's a lot that goes into doing that stuff, bro. A lot that goes into doing that stuff. So maybe be more specific. Hey Josh, what's up, man? Thoughts on the new Lumix GH6? I gave up on Lumix ever since my GH4. I just don't trust the autofocus. But I don't really follow Panasonic that much anymore. As I should, because Panasonic does produce some phenomenal video cameras. But lately I just haven't been on top of it. Just ain't been my thing. Byron says, have you found that doing this work you have gained an amazing poker face when something goes wrong but your face is all good? Yeah. I've done an excellent job of suppressing emotion during the, my brother and I have a gift. We suppress emotion flawlessly. In mid 2020, I was going through a breakup and I was still producing YouTube videos with a happy, straight face. I'm telling you, I got a good poker. I don't know how to play poker, but I got a straight poker face, man. All right. So yes. However, I wouldn't say that it's the best for you to really suppress all that stuff. I know this is kind of going off topic, but if you are deciding to start a YouTube channel or try to do what I do, you're going to have to find a way to not only suppress, but then release. So after you do a live stream, maybe go cry into a pillow or something. I don't know. But yes, I do have a really good poker face. I try to keep things professional with you guys, but also transparent and let you know what's going on a little bit in my life and like what I'm dealing with, just so you get a little bit of a better picture of like what a content creator does, what a full-time content creator does. I think that's just really important for you guys to get a clean picture of, because that way you'll know what you're getting into if this is something that you do want to get into. I think that's really important because this is what I do full-time. Good question, Byron. Say you were doing a videography real estate gig. Would you ask for the money immediately after you are done shooting the property or after a week or whenever the edit is done? 50% up front, 50% after the project is delivered. Easy peasy. Half now, half later. Good question, Tommy. Before it used to be, before I didn't know, before I was like, yeah, pay me after. That one wedding that I told you guys about earlier in this live stream, the one that I charged $250 for, pay me whatever. It took her 7 months to pay me for that wedding video. 7 months, and it was only $250. What the hell, right? What an experience, guys. I learned a lot just from that. So by the way, for those of you who are tuning in on IG, I'm also streaming live on YouTube. And yes, you can. I'm checking both feeds right now for questions. All right, so what we got here? Syed says, what is a good camera? Sony a7 IV, Canon R5C for video and photo. a7 IV, man. I'm a Sony guy now. I went from Canon to Sony. I'm going to stick with Sony on this one. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I have a channel. It is a lot of work, but love doing it, so sticking at it. Nice, Byron. I strongly suggest that you guys create a YouTube channel. Get creative and start posting stuff, sharing with the world. Show people what you can do. Be on multiple sources, on multiple platforms. You don't know who's watching. I'll give you a clear example. I have no connections to NBC. NBC, you know, the network, NBC Universal, okay? Have no connections with them. I got an email last week telling me they want to invite me to a red carpet event this Saturday for a streaming of a brand new movie. I'm looking at this email. I'm checking this who's CC'd on it. I'm checking the actual email to make sure it's legitimate. It was this person's name at NBCUniversal.com. I was like, what the hell? How did they find my email? Social media. Social media is your power today, guys. I'm telling you right now. If you don't have a TikTok, if you don't have an Instagram, if you don't have a YouTube channel, get your ass to work and create those channels now. If you want exposure and free exposure, you create those channels now. You need to be on every single platform, as many as you can be on. Twitch as well. I'm not on Twitch. I'm not, you know, I might be on Twitch eventually. I like YouTube for the most part for streaming, even though it's very janky, but I might be going over to Twitch. I don't know. You need to be on all of these social media platforms, guys. You never know who's watching. You never know who's going to email you. And the person from NBC actually just confirmed the event for tomorrow. So holy shit. I'm going to be at Universal tomorrow. I'm telling you, I don't know how they got my email. Hopefully I'll find out tomorrow. I don't know how they got my email. I don't know how they got my contact info. But it's 100% via social media. There's just no other way they could have found my contact info. I did do something for Sony a while ago, but Sony and NBC are two different companies, right? I have no idea. MSI found me through social media. LG found me through social media. These are huge freaking companies, man. Who else did I work with? Big companies. Rode. Social media. I'm telling you guys, the power of social media is endless. Thanks. You inspire me. Thank you so much, Alia Moore. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you so much. You've always been a constant supporter. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. By the way, I love your work as well. I always check out your page. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you right now, the power of social media is endless. You don't know who's watching. Get your asses on all social media platforms. Don't be lazy. Don't be scared. Get that thought out of your head. Just at least create the account. Just create the account. I personally don't like TikTok, but I forced myself to create the account because TikTok is one of the most watched platforms right now. It's extremely popular. And TikTok just released stories. So now you can post stories on TikTok. Instagram and TikTok are like fighting, and YouTube is trying really hard to keep up, but they're failing. I feel like TikTok and Instagram will be dominating. Instagram now is monetizing. Instagram now is allowing you to, well, they've been allowing you, but you can post affiliate links in your link tree on Instagram. It's not as effective as on YouTube, but it's possible. But people are watching YouTube less and less now, because now on TikTok, now on Instagram, you get short form content and you get long form content. TikTok just released 10 minutes as a new feature. You can post 10-minute vertical videos on TikTok, which is about the average length of any traditional informational YouTube videos, 10 minutes. Vertical video is the future, guys. Like it or not, this is what's happening. Vertical video. I personally don't like. I like widescreen more, just because we get that wider aspect ratio, but vertical video is the future. And I love YouTube. I will always love YouTube. I think YouTube will continue to be a strong platform, but when it comes down to the amount of exposure you're getting, It's going to be Instagram and TikTok, guys. So make sure you create your accounts. Okay? Do it. Tommy says, would you say a good way to make passive income is to make a super creative preset for a filter or LUT and sell it? Yes, but you'll need to know how to market it. Just because you make a LUT and put it on your website doesn't mean people are going to buy it. They have to find you first. So find a way to market it. Make a creative ad campaign on Facebook. Instagram ads have been the best performing ads I've ever used. Google ads suck. Facebook ads suck. Instagram ads are where it's at. Very, very powerful. I haven't tried TikTok ads yet, but I know that Instagram ads are very, very effective. Very effective. Because Instagram really knows how to implement ads into the feeds without them having to look like ads. They do it very cleanly. So find a way to make a creative ad campaign, put it on Instagram, and sell your LUTs that way. Try different filters, age group, countries. Try different tests, A/B groups. Try it out, man. Set a budget. Spend like $100. Don't make it go away within like a 2 or 3 day period, but make it last you like a month. See how sales go. And yeah, you got some pocket change to spend on your woman or to just save up for camera gear. Byron says, what I have found is that I have learned quicker through making mistakes on my own channel that I have later been able to avoid with clients, so it's worthwhile. Byron just dropping absolute gems today in this live stream. Byron, thank you so much, brother. Yes, that is great. To have your own platform where you can test and see how things go, make mistakes and grow without having a client demanding and then giving you bad word of mouth, that is something special. YouTube is that platform where you can see how you're growing and not have to deal with all the BS while you're still in that learning phase. Good stuff, Byron. To be honest, I see you do work hard, but you don't get enough from people here. How do you find this and how do you deal with it? Social media doesn't give the right value back. On my live streams never perform well. They never perform well. However, whenever I make an Instagram video, they do decent. I did change the type of content, which is why views have dropped. But that content that I used to produce, those tutorials, they're coming back, and I know they're going to do well again. It just, I needed some time to, collect my thoughts and ideas and then attack it hard when the time is right. But how do you deal with not getting the right value back? Well, look, if you're constantly going to be focused on numbers, you're going to end up in a really bad headspace where you're going to be paranoid, where you're going to think like you're not good enough. Your insecurities are really going to go through the roof. I would say the thing that you got to understand is that you got to not give a fuck. I don't mean to cuss, but that's honestly the best way to go about it. It's the best way to go about it. And not just with work, but with people as well. When you're dealing with, businesses, personal stuff, you can't care so much because then you set a extremely high bar. Not for yourself, but for other people. And they're most likely not going to meet that bar, and then you're going to end up being disappointed. Same thing with social media. You set such a high bar, or at least you get used to such a high bar, and then eventually it dips. And then when it dips, you become disappointed, you become depressed. You just have to stay indifferent. I know it's easier said than done, but if you've been on social media for a long enough time, you will start learning the skill of not caring. But I'm not saying you give up. I'm saying you don't care about the numbers, but continue to push and continue to try something new. Don't look at the numbers while you're still trying to figure yourself out. Okay? Don't do it. When my YouTube channel first started, I was doing extremely well. 10, 15,000 views minimum a video. Now it's like averaging 3,000 views. I still get brands reaching out to me. I'm making more, I don't mean to gloat, but I just want to be transparent with you. I'm making more money now than I ever did through social media. My views are shit. Why do you think that is? It's not all about the views. It's not all about the validation. It's simply about what you're putting out. There's a bunch of musicians out there who are incredible musicians, but they're not getting noticed simply because music is a very saturated market. Just like filmmaking. It's an extremely saturated market. So what does that mean? That means you got to keep pushing, keep making content, because eventually you will get noticed. But you cannot stop. You cannot. I'm looking at you right now. I'm telling you, you cannot stop. Because I'm not stopping. I've been doing this for 9 years. 3 years full time. Locking myself in my house, staring at the wall, thinking, what the hell am I going to do today? This is a constant struggle I deal with, but I don't stop. And now that COVID is finally dying down, things are starting to happen again, events are starting to open up. Things are starting to happen like they used to. And this is why you cannot give up. Okay? You got to stick in there, guys. I'm being straight up honest with you. You cannot give up. Okay? Thank you for bringing that up. That was a very important topic. Bro, you so smart. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know that I've gained some wisdom over the years. I've gained some wisdom. I've been humbled so many times. And I've lived, I'm only 29 years old, I know, but I've experienced a lot within those 29 years simply through the people that I've met and the situations that I've been in. And yeah, guys, the trick is to just keep kicking your ass. Every single time you feel down, you do whatever the hell it takes for you to stop feeling down. Get out of the house, go for a walk, do whatever it takes. Go do your own hobby. Drop the camera, drop the computer, leave that aside and go do what you love. Clean your head, come back, and reattack it, okay? Don't think, just do. Exactly. Don't talk about it, be about it. Let me see what's on Instagram here. Oh, wow, I'm really backlogged on the comments here. Sorry, guys. I would say that's my biggest life advice for you guys. I know it's a cliche to say, but you cannot be giving up. You cannot be giving up. Just in general, man. Not only with work, but with like your personal life. You just don't give up, man. Trying to find a girl, trying to find a guy. You keep falling into like a trap with these people, or you can't give up, man. It's all the same. Life at the end of the day, personal and business, is all the same. The tactics are exactly the same. And the only cure for all the BS is to not give up. You need to have faith in yourself. Stay strong with the faith, and you're just going to prosper, man. That's as easy as that. And it's hard. It ain't easy. It's not easy, guys. And something that I've learned during COVID, during lockdown, and just like locking myself in the house and just nearly going completely bonkers. You got to pick up different hobbies, man. Start doing yoga, start rollerblading or something. Do something social. I think, what I started doing, I've been pretty depressed the last couple of years, guys. I won't lie to you. Been pretty depressed just because of work and just personal shit. But life has been very depressing the last couple of years. I'm not trying to do a sob story. I don't want you guys to feel bad for me. I'm just trying to be real with you. Just been pretty depressed. And something that I learned recently is that you got to do things that will make yourself appreciate yourself. I never really spent a lot of money on me. Never. And I recently signed up to Equinox, which is like a really luxurious gym. Really luxurious. It's expensive, but it's luxurious. You get everything like beautifully done over there, and it was like a little treat for myself, and it felt so good when I signed up. And now I also want to sign up for comedy improv classes. You gotta invest in yourself just as much as you're investing in your business, because if all you're doing is just working and spending money on your business, then it's like you're not really living, you're just being a robot. You gotta love yourself first before you love anything else. So I know I keep saying don't spend a lot of money, keep saving money. I mean, that's important. But if you got some money that can be spent, you spend it on yourself. This is me giving you permission, okay? You and you. This is me giving you guys permission to be selfish. Be selfish, I'm telling you. And as a guy that has never lived a selfish life and who constantly gave, 2021, 2022, I'm now finally starting to understand what it's like to be selfish. And it's not a bad thing. No. Narcissism and being selfish are two different things. But when you're selfish, like a healthy amount of selfish, to the point that it makes you just happy to be alive every day, you're in a good state of mind. And that's what's going to help you with your work. That's what's going to help you stay motivated. Distracting your mind away from just being trapped in a 4-room wall and staring at your computer screen. I'm telling you right now, that's what you got to be doing. You got to know how to spend money on yourself. Spend money on yourself. YouTube, Instagram, spend money on yourself. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. J. Cruz says, that's true. When you're giving too much all the time, not receiving it back, it kills you from the inside. Yeah. I've been, guys, like, straight up. I've been doing a lot of self-help, a lot of self-growth. Starting to do some meditation. Meditation is key. Yoga, I think, is key. I know this isn't really filmmaking related, but you know what? At the end of the day, it is, because it's helping your mind. It's helping your mind. And all the multimillionaires that I worked with, all of the entrepreneurs that I worked with, the first thing they told me, and I didn't really listen to them until now, until like within the last 6 months. The one thing they told me is that you got to be kind to yourself first. Treat your body with respect, treat your mind with respect. Do whatever makes you happy first, and then you can please other people. Once you understand that concept, once you start really understanding that aspect, I feel like you can really start producing some dope content. If you're trying to do what I do, or if you are doing what I'm doing, working from home, you know, working with businesses, you know, creating content for their social media pages. I mean, you're solo. There's no one helping you. There's no one helping me. I'm by myself all day at my house. Okay? I need to be doing whatever the hell it takes so that I don't lose my mind. All right? Because you locking yourself in your house all day and just staring at a computer or a lens, I mean, it's nuts. It's not easy, it's tough, and it's very taxing on your mind. So you got to learn how to make yourself happy each and every single day. And this is what's going to create those creative juices, so that way everything keeps flowing. All right? Cool. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but let me ask some let me answer some questions here. Iman says, Byron says, congrats on the news. Thank you, brother. Iman says, is there a point where you know a channel is worth your time, energy to monetize? Yeah, when you hit 1,000 subscribers. As soon as you get the opportunity to monetize, you monetize, man. Byron says, I think what we forget is that we are building a brand and a business that lasts for a lifetime. Plus, you have to make the product you sell. Can't ask clients to buy content when you don't do it yourself. Very good job, Byron. Very well said. Right now, the pages that you're building on social media, YouTube, Instagram, this is your legacy. It's going to be online for the rest of your life, unless you delete it. But even then, it's still somewhere online in the archives, right? That's your legacy. And you want your legacy to be strong. That's another thing. But yes, good comment, Byron. Tommy says, there is a great quote I heard from a photographer. If the price you're charging for your gigs doesn't scare you, you're probably not charging enough. Would you agree? Yes. One of the first people that I worked with, multimillionaires, I'm going to keep saying that. I'm proud that I worked with them. They told me, you know, they were life coaches, dating coaches, you know, giving people life advice and dating advice. He told me when he first started his journey as an entrepreneur, he was scared charging a high price. But he pushed himself to ask for that high price, and the client ended up paying it because the client saw his value. Never be scared to charge a high price. If you genuinely think you are worth that amount, charge it. And keep charging it. I mean, if you get rejected a few times, that's fine. They can't afford you. But if you get rejected every single time, then you probably know that there's a problem with your pricing. But if you get people to pay you for that, if you find out that you are if you figure out that you are a high profile content creator or entrepreneur, you cannot be scared to charge that price. Don't be scared to charge that price. I'm telling you, man. Don't be scared to charge that price. Live stream, man. You're going to have a lot of sirens, a lot of background noise. I know. I apologize. YouTube and Instagram. But Instagram, there's always like something funny going on. Man, we got James Matthews in the house, huh? Kamal says, give, but don't allow yourself to be used. Amen, brother. Mike Trouble says, hi, how are you? I have a filmmaking and audio channel too, and brands just keep sending me products in exchange for reviews. My average views are about 2 to 8K. Do you think that's fair? No. You need to start charging. Mike, you hear me? I'm looking right at you, buddy. You got to start charging. 2 to 8K, which means that on average you get 4 to 5K views. You got to start charging, bro. Mr. Zane, could you discuss pricing for projects considering people are developing higher end reels, for example? I need more of a specific question than that, my friend. There's a lot that goes into pricing. A lot. So I can't really give you a ballpark. It could start at 200. It could go up to $5,000. LG reached out to me. They wanted to do an Instagram project with me, and they wanted the project to be shot and edited, and they wanted me to go and pick up the product on the same day. I was pissed, but I also charged them pretty high. They didn't accept it, but because of the timeline, the ridiculous timeline, I was like, okay, you want me to do something crazy like this? You want me to stay up all night doing this? You got to pay for it. Don't let these companies take advantage of you. And the reason why I can state this is because I never signed any agreement. So they can't sue me. Michael says, started working full-time as a German teacher and considering starting a YouTube channel. My problem is I don't feel like I could be better than the competition yet, so I can't record anything. No. No. I got competition, bro. You got competition. Listen, I got a shit ton of competition. There's a lot of people doing what I'm doing, and believe it or not, a lot of them are doing better than what I'm doing. But I'm not looking at them. I'm not focusing on them. I'm doing my own thing. People are going to watch you for you. Every single person on YouTube is different. Audiences watch you for you. Period. So don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared to be in an oversaturated market, because believe it or not, you're going to start building a momentum, and people are going to be watching you for your personality, because you're the only one with that personality. That's what makes you special. Lazar, thank you so much for buying a badge on Instagram, brother. I appreciate you. Guys, if you're enjoying this live stream on YouTube, please feel free to get a super chat. This helps the channel. I reinvest it back into YouTube just so we can keep on doing these live streams. So I appreciate you. I'm 62 and Josh is right. Never give up. That's why I'm here to learn new tricks and tips. Thank you, Home Inspections. I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot, man. Iman, being grounded and being selfish are self-care. Critically important. You are absolutely right. In 2022, do you recommend filmmaking and photographers to hope on YouTube, or is there maybe hop on YouTube, or is there a better alternative? No, YouTube is still a very powerful platform. It's just maybe not as accessed as much as TikTok or Instagram, but it's the most monetizable out of all of these channels. And it's widescreen. It's so nice. And to be honest, YouTube has the best comment section, and just the layout of YouTube is my favorite, to be honest. But Instagram and TikTok, where they have a huge advantage, is that the content is in their face immediately. As soon as they open up the app, content. All they have to do is scroll. On YouTube, you have to click around to watch a video. So each year, our attention spans go down. I think we have a 6-second attention span, the same amount as a goldfish. And it's dropping because of Instagram and TikTok, because we instantly are bombarded with content. As soon as we open up our phones, turn on our phones, we are bombarded with content. All right? So this is why more people are watching Instagram, more people are watching TikTok. It's because they're bombarded with content. And that's something that YouTube doesn't do. You have to click around in order to watch a video. But no, YouTube is still a strong platform. I still go to it as my main source of information. The news, how to take apart my laptop, my camera, stuff like that. It's still a great source of information. And it's a lot more user-friendly, in my opinion, than TikTok or Instagram, because I can scroll through the videos. There's different chapters that you can go through in the comment section, as I mentioned earlier. It's all very important and very well built. Lucrative Stance says, "What's up, man? I just want to say I love your videos. Inspiring. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you." But yeah, very good stuff, guys. I'm telling you right now, we've been going live for an hour and 15 minutes on YouTube. I think the maximum we can go on for is 2 hours. But I will be signing off shortly. My throat's getting pretty dry. So, again, guys, if you enjoyed the live stream, throw me a super chat. Everything that I earn from these super chats and badges goes right back into the business. I'm going to leave the live stream on YouTube. So for those of you who are watching on Instagram, I will not leave it on Instagram. You'll have to go to my YouTube page, Momentum Productions on YouTube. Just search it. You'll find it. And I think it takes an hour or two for it to process, and then you'll be able to watch the whole thing in its entirety. But yeah, guys, I really do appreciate you taking your time out of your Friday and watching these streams. Again, I'm gonna do my best to get these streams going every week on different days of the week, so that way people that may have not attended today can attend those days and those times, and we'll make it work for everybody. So I really do appreciate you guys. Take care. I love you all. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Create some awesome content. Stay motivated, and most importantly, oh, Iman, thank you so much, brother. Iman, that was really kind, man. That was really kind. Thank you for that super chat, dude. I really appreciate you. Allah says waiting for more gimbal tutorials. Next week. I got sidetracked this week with some stuff. But next week, more tutorials coming out. So thank you. But yeah, most importantly, guys, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep that mind healthy, happy, and you'll be just fine. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll chat. Peace, Instagram.